Good day and welcome to SCO BRICS Insight, where we look at what's really going on in the world of the BRICS. Now today I want to talk yet again about gas and Europe, with Russia involved. Now winter's here already in Russia, but nobody knows how cold it's going to be, but Europe is certainly due a cold one. Now currently Europe has a robust supply of natural gas, with their storage facilities being at near full capacity. However, analysts have advised that that doesn't provide them with any guarantee against the potential for fuel shortages and major price increases. The gas supplies on which Europe now depends are extremely unstable, and the situation is further complicated by the potential for transit through the Ukraine to cease as early as the end of December. So let's do an analysis of the potential risks that Europe might face during the peak season of demand, and as well as the possibility of a new round of energy crises hitting the whole of Europe. Certainly be accurate to attribute adverse weather conditions to natural phenomena. After all, some winters are colder than others, some are actually warmer. However, according to the Association of Gas Infrastructure Operators in Europe, underground gas storage facilities, the AGGS, in the largest countries are currently at 96% capacity. Now, according to the European Commission, this is merely just an adequate level for the forthcoming winter season. Now, the record gas levels which Europe entered the winter period do provide a degree of optimism, with the region well positioned to navigate the up and coming without significant disruptions in energy supply. However, the current cold weather is now leading to an increase in gas extraction from European underground storage facilities, with current levels exceeding injection by 20 times. Now, October gas extraction in Europe increased by 2.5 times, reaching a new historical high for the month. So that doesn't actually project very well. Injection levels at the lowest level since 2012 and down 38% compared to 2023. Plus the price of gas is now on the European exchanges at $450 per 1,000 cubic metres. So it's evident that full gas storage facilities are not going to provide a complete solution to the challenges posed by the gas crisis. Now, obviously, the UDS cannot completely guarantee stability of the energy supply. Now, the winter period is always characterised by high demand, particularly in cold weather conditions, and if the temperature is below average, gas withdrawal increases significantly, which leads to their depletion faster than predicted, says Yaroslav Didenkov, who's an analyst at the Russian Faculty of Economics at the higher school. Now, before I continue, I'd like to make an appeal. If you like and enjoy my videos, you can help me fund the channel and my website, SCOBRICSinsight.com, to further develop it. You can do this by making a small donation, which is done by clicking on the thanks button at the bottom of the video screen, and everybody who donates does get a personal thank you from me. Now, the most significant risk to the European gas market is obviously weather related. If the winter's particularly cold, demand goes up. Plus, additional gas is not only required for heating, but also for electricity generation. Now, also, cold weather is typically accompanied by weak winds, which cuts the level of wind output from the power plants. Plus, if you add in solar panels don't work in cold, damp and cloudy conditions, it's a double whammy for the so-called renewables. Plus, it's not possible to guarantee deliveries from those. So, in addition to a safety cushion, stable supplies from alternative suppliers, which currently Europe relies on, are needed, but whether they'll be provided remains to be seen, because these could prove problematic. Despite the facilities being near full capacity, the risk of disruptions is high, because any disruption could basically have significant consequences. Interruptions may arise for quite a number of reasons, as once observers noticed that the news of production cuts in Norway prompted a surge in prices. Europe's benchmark prices went up to their highest level in more than a year. Now, at the Dutch title transfer facility, which is where they change the gas and exchange it, The price of 43.8 euros per megawatt hour was the highest level since December 2023, and that's despite full storage facilities. Now, even Norway, which is currently the largest supplier of natural gas and providing over 30% of all the gas consumed in Europe, isn't certain that it can continue. It has some problems, and Equinor is now saying it will not affect its export obligations. However, that hasn't stopped the gas prices rising. Now, supplies from North Africa is contingent on the political stability of these countries, and given there's conflicts in Morocco, Algeria, and the escalation of these conflicts could have effect on gas exports to Europe. Plus, there's competition with Asia. The demand for liquefied natural gas is growing not only in Europe, but it's also been very large in Asia, where their economy is under significant pressure due to higher energy prices. So that creates the competition for all the available LNG volumes, given the fact that it has to be transported. And that could cause supply disruptions to the European Union, and it could find itself in a gas deficit. I mean, the majority of Europe's LNG purchases are made on the spot market. And that causes problems because when weather and geopolitics cause a major demand for it, then there's limited free capacity. So if you rely on the spot market, you're relying on the vagaries of the market rather than a long-term contract. And even when the gas in the storage, you've got to be able to rapidly transport it to the end consumers. And that depends on the pipelines and the availability of the transportation capacity. Now, in the event of extreme conditions, the infrastructure can be overloaded, which results in shortages and another increase in prices. Now, what are the implications for transit? Well, according to the FT, it's complicated by the termination of gas supplies to Europe via the Ukraine, following the end of the agreement at the end of December 2024. I mean, the contract for the transit of gas through Ukraine is going to expire, and the document stipulates that the volume of 40 billion cubic meters was to go. The actual volume in recent years has been considerably lower. It's actually been around 12 billion cubic meters, and that's compared with 2022, which was 16.9. Now, the Ukrainian pipeline is one of the two remaining routes to Europe, and the other is the Turk Stream, which does slightly more, about 20 billion cubic meters per year. So it's not what the options are. I mean, the Ukraine, it's proposed to replace the Russian gas the EU gets with Azerbaijani, with the transport mechanism outlined as the potential buyer, for example, Slovakia, would buy the fuel at the entry point from Azerbaijan to Russia, or from Russia to the Ukraine. So what they're talking about is smoke and mirrors, where Gazprom and Sokar do a gas swap and everybody pretends that the Russian gas is from Azerbaijan. Nevertheless, it does look as though there's going to be a bit of a problem coming up if it's a cold winter, and it's questionable if the EU has the ability to deal with all of this problem that it's making. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and if you want to help me out, press the thanks button at the bottom of the screen and make a donation. Don't forget to comment. Love to see them, love to read them, love to respond to them, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.